Greetings, badasses. How's it going? I am. You know what? I'm on the mat today. That's as good as it's fucking getting. My name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company. All of the benefits. None of the yoga bullshit. None of the fitness bullshit. Well, there's plenty of other bullshit. So, that's the way it rolls around here. This is vinyasa yoga. This is a stronger energy practice. I'm just going to say it is significantly warmer in this room than it is in the rest of the house. It's damp and chilly here. Excuse me. If you're not from Colorado, let me explain. Colorado is a high altitude desert state. And it is there's 80% humidity out there today. So that means it's damp and chilly. What's happening here? Sorry. My spousal unit. Oh, here's the question of the day. I am going to be listening to Dance That Shit Off, number 1. So I'm listening to that. I didn't put the link in the description because I didn't. The spousal unit. Do you have a partner that you share a sleeping apparatus with? Because and are you a bed maker? Are you a made bed person or a not made bed person? So I was really, as a kid, I used to fucking hate making my bed, but my nana used to tell me about La Llorona. And if you are Latino, Latina, Latinx, whatever, La Llorona is a terrifying woman, ghost, who would take children who were bad. Anyway, and my nana would say in Spanish, which I can't actually translate in my head right now because I'm not that awake yet. I mean, I am awake, but if you don't make your bed, La Llorona. Little kids who don't make their beds, La Llorona takes them away, or she makes sure you never come home. And so I was just always afraid of. I would make my bed, but I hated it. I fucking hated it. And listen, I'm of a generation where it was a bedspread, where you had to fold it down and then fold it back up and put the pillow in and fold it over the pillow. Uncool. It was a lot of work. So when my kids were little, because I hated making the bed, but I love a made bed. So that was my dichotomy. That might not be the right word. I love a made bed. I don't know why I love a made bed. It just feels neater. Everything feels cleaner. It's just the way my brain is like, yes, a made bed. But making a bed is really fucking pain in the ass. So when my children were little, I just got them a comforter. Comforters started becoming the thing, and you could just, the comforter had matching pillowcases or whatever, and you could just throw the comforter up and throw the pillow on, and the bed was made. And so, that was a way for me to try to convince them to make their beds and keep it easy for them. So it wasn't just, military corners or whatever. My dad was in the Air Force, so it was all about military corners. I'm a made bed person. In addition, I love pillows. This is absolutely, I'm going to say it, and this is my joke. My mother was Mexican, and my dad would say, "Oh my God, her and her pillows, it's the Mexican coming at her." Anytime there was something ostentatious, it would be like, "Oh, that's the Mexican." It was very racist. By the way, now that I say that, it's an extremely racist statement. But I have pillows. I like pillows. And when I started dating the beard, he could give a shit. First of all, he didn't ever change his sheets. And then second, he would never make his bed. And there were a couple things. I'm like, I'm not spending the night at your place unless, number one, your house is clean, because he didn't clean his house. He's very comfortable in his own filth, which just grosses me out. I hate to clean, but I love a clean house. Sorry, Becca, I'm talking about cleaning. I hate it. I hate it. But I love a clean house. And I want a made bed. And my spouse, who sleeps, doesn't get up before me. He's the last one out of bed. Doesn't make the fucking bed. And it's like takes 2 minutes. The way I have it made, it's like, just throw the comforter up, and we have dogs. So here's the other thing. He does not want the dogs on his pillows. He doesn't want the dogs in the covers. I don't want the dogs in the covers. I'm not that person. Those cute little videos of the boxer or the pit bulls under the covers. They want under the covers. Make no mistake. They are naked mole rats. They want under the covers. That's their life goal, is to sleep in the covers. And they're really good at getting in there if you leave the bed unmade. So I just got up after beginning yoga to go to the bathroom, grab a drink of water, grab a handful of almonds. He was feeding the dogs. And what was happening? He was feeding the dogs in the bedroom with not the bed made. The bed was not made. And Aoife, my challenging little outpack alpha female, was being so good because she was like, she got in a lot of trouble yesterday for going after the baby. And she was being so good by not being on the bed. She was eating, she was sitting, she was like, and I went in there and she was like, look, I'm not on the bed, mommy, I'm not on the bed. It's not made, I'm not on the bed. Anyway, so I had to make the bed. Bedclothes. Oh, all right. Let's do some vinyasa yoga. This is a strong energy practice. Sorry. That was my rant for the day. Question of the day. Are you a bed maker or are you not a bed maker? This is a strong energy practice. It's going to be a Trikonasana triangle focus practice because we worked on Trikonasana in beginning yoga. Trikonasana, probably into some half moon, maybe. We'll see. Side angle, some of those things. Now, mind you, I was sick the whole month of January. I'm slowly getting myself back into a routine. I think this is the first vinyasa practice I've done probably in 3 or 4 weeks. No lie. So I might have to tap out. I'm respecting my body, just like I want you to respect your body. And let's do this. But I am committed. I am committed to getting my ass back on the mat. You know why? Because it's about mobility. I talked about this in beginning yoga. I'm going to talk about it right now. Let's delete flexibility from our brains. I don't even want you to think about flexibility. I don't want to hear I'm not flexible enough. I don't want to hear, yeah, I'm tight. You can talk about, my back is tight or my legs are tight. That's fine, right? That happens as a result of the things that we're doing. But I don't want to hear squat about flexibility. Is now on my shit list. Things that we let go. Everything that we're doing is about mobility and balance. Mobility and balance. And the reason we're doing this is because yesterday, my father, who lives with dementia, he's going to be 90, was a little down. We've had some down days, right? And I get it. Like, I'm mad props. I'm going to be hanging on to those years with both hands. I'm going to be woohooing and drinking and swearing with vigor and anger and rage and excitement, all of those things. My dad's a little down. It happens. That being said, so to cheer him up, I was doing a little dancing. And he's like, oh my God, you're out of your mind. I'm like, how do you have so much energy? So I was like, okay, hold on. Because we were dancing and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go out. I'm going to spin. You got to catch me, like, woo. Anyway, we reached out both of our arms. We were holding hands and he just was like, oh, that felt so good. So anyway, we started doing some stretching and I said, look, you're doing yoga. And he's like, it really feels good. Now, I said, we're going to do this every day because he hunches, right? He slouches and he slouches over his puzzle table. He slouches in this chair when he's reading. He slouches in his recliner when he's watching TV. And mobility is his, I will say he's more frustrated about his mobility than he is about his dementia. Because he is a mover, he's a shaker, he's a doer. My dad has always been kind of, energetic and doing things. He fixing things in the yard, puttering, all the things. And his biggest frustration, I would say even more than his dementia, is his mobility issues. And it's because he grew up in a generation that didn't believe in exercise. Right? I mean, my father played tennis, he water skied, he golfed for a little while. And he, like I said, he was always out working, doing stuff. But it wasn't anything conscientious. And frankly, he has always thought that my yoga was batshit crazy. I'm going to do those stretches with him every day. I told him next time I see him, I'm going to grab him. We're going to stretch to the ceiling. We're going to lean and stretch and do some, lateral stretching, because I'd love to get him in the chair yoga, and I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do some chair yoga tomorrow. Because mobility, people, mobility keeps our longevity going. Mobility would help his dementia. Okay. Just like his hearing aids do. Mobility. So I'm going to be on this mat. I'm going to be in that chair. I'm going to be doing whatever I can do because I want to be mobile. Whew. That was my lecture for the day. Let's do this. Comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Staff pose. I have my sit bones. I'm sitting on the very edge of a folded up blanket. That helps my pelvic cradle position so that I'm not feeling my low back or my hamstrings. I'm feeling my low back a little bit. One leg out, one leg in. This is a lovely modified Z-sit. If your knee is really high, throw a pillow underneath it so that you can support that leg and build that mobility. See how I'm taking it out of my language? Or pleasant seated pose. This is not crisscross applesauce. It is not fucking lotus. My legs are in parallel. My feet and knees are on the mat. If you are sitting here with me and your knees are really high, grab a couple of pillows. I'm all about the pillows. Seriously, people hate, I throw pillows. I don't know why I throw pillows. Anyway, support those. I have entirely too many throw pillows. I acknowledged it. Pulling that attention and awareness from the external to the internal, taking a scan of the body, checking in state and quality of the physical form. What have you been doing? And how is it playing out on your body? What have you not been doing? And how is it playing out on your body? Let's move that attention and awareness into the state and quality of our thinking and check in. I'm clearly bouncing all over the map. Little manic. I'm going to say not manic. I've been on a social media diet. I have been choosing my news sources carefully. And it's definitely helped my mental stability. No jokes. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality. Oh, wait, no. Bouncing around, to-do list, news diet, slide all that shit off to the side. We want to create a nice, clear, open field of thought. I'm going to slow down for the practice. I want you to be here on this mat. This is the gift that we're giving ourselves. We're recharging our mental, emotional batteries. We want to just take it down a notch. And then moving that silence of thinking into the awareness of our breath, and notice the natural rhythm of your breathing. Now, traditionally in yoga, we breathe into and out of our noses. If that's bothersome for you, for whatever reason, you're struggling with your sinuses, don't worry about it. Just breathe, right? We're going to slowly increase the length of our breath. And I want you to balance the inhale to the exhale. So imagine your breathing rhythm, right, is a nice, even teeter-totter. Do they have teeter-totters anymore? They used to be big planks of wood with steel handles, and you could fucking really hurt somebody if you were a dick. Wherever you are at in that length and balance of breath, let's exhale all the air out of the lungs. Slowly sweep your arms up. Oh, I am listening on the Spotify. I meant to put the link in the description and I forgot to dance that shit off. What I have been doing in the mornings, instead of jumping on the doom scroll, instead of checking the news right away, is popping onto a song playlist and just boogieing through my morning routine. Nice big inhale up. Dancing to feed the outdoor cats. Dancing to feed the indoor cats. Dancing to move the laundry. Dancing to set my dad's coffee up. Dancing into the yoga room. I've just been boogieing my ass. And honestly, it feels really good. So I'm on a strict and limited news diet. I am I'm social media abstinent. Take a forward fold. And I've been dance partying my mornings. And it has been healing. Unclench the teeth. I mean, I've been doing other things. But that has been primarily really beneficial. Walk the hands back. Nice big inhale. So this playlist is kind of a combo platter, releasing hands to the hips, bowing the chin forward, of some of the top songs I've been choosing this week. Bowing the chin forward and taking a tilt of the ear over. I was a dancer most of my youth. Not ballet, modern, jazz. And I love to dance. I love to swing, country swing. I love to line dance. I just love to shake my ass at the club. I would never be in a club right now. You would never see me in a club. Trace the fingertips around the front of the body. Slowly stack cervical spine. In fact, I don't even know why I would go to the clubs except to dance, because I'm not a club type of person. Unwind. If you're sitting in staff pose, stay there. If you're sitting in either of the other two positions, change, swap the legs out. Nice big inhale up. Anyway, take your tilt. But I love to dance. I love to have the music loud. Take a big roll over. Inhaling up. The beard does not like to dance. The beard can barely sway side to side. I used to, quote unquote, date. Nice big inhale up. Let's do that again. A competitive country swing dancer. And I'm going to say 100% that dude was closeted. And we danced if we went to the movies and the movies got out early, we would go to a club and dance. If we went to dinner early so we could go to a club and dance. If we went to a concert, it was a country concert, and if there was a time afterwards, we would dance. Trace the fingertips down. It was great. Little rock side to side. We went bowling with friends. If there was time, we would go dancing. I loved it. But I say quote unquote date is because I think we were doing things together for about, I bet that was about 4 months, maybe 6. Walking my hands back. No physical affection whatsoever. Trace the fingertips down, tuck the chin, which is fine. I mean, we had a lot of fucking fun, but he was definitely gay. A gay cowboy a closeted gay cowboy I think that was in the 80s. Bow the chin and take the tilt of the ear over to the other side. Oh, God bless that boy. He was struggling. I was happy. I was happy. I was glad to be his beard. Oh, I'd love to know what happened to him. I hope he's embracing his sexuality and his true person. Bowing the chin forward, trace the fingertips around the front of the body and slowly stack cervical spine. And I hope he's still dancing. So much fucking fun. We're moving to hands and knees. I'm going to pad my knees with a blanket. And I'm also going to be using this block. And I'm using this block to keep my lower legs in parallel rather than allowing these tight hip flexors and piriformis muscles to rotate my feet in. I'm working on this alignment. If you wonder or you're having issues, you're like, what are you doing? Take the knees to either sides of your fists. Just put a shoebox between your feet and you'll know exactly what I'm doing. All right. Heels of the hands move from 90 degrees out a full palm's length. Inhaling to center. Let's start some chakra Bakasana bow. Inhaling. I don't even remember his name. Exhaling. Tuck the chin. Take the forearms down. Scoop. Draw back into the fold. Oh. Wiggle the fingers. Roll the wrists. Inhaling forward. 1986, maybe 1987. Bowing the chin. Taking the forearms down. A little scoop of the belly. Draw back into the fold. Wiggle the fingers. Make a fist. Thumbs out. Make a fist. Thumb in. And tuck the chin. Take the forearms down. Little scoop of the belly. Draw back. Inhaling forward. Let's take what the fuck lean. Oh, yeah. Push out into the hip. And switch. Come to think of it, I think that was the second boy I dated, quote unquote, who was gay. Randy. I remember Randy. Randy was my theater boyfriend when I was doing theater and musicals. And he was definitely gay. I mean, come on. Angry cat tuck. Flat back, tuck the toes, and just take that stretch. Flatten the toes, and let's take Chakravakasana bow. Tuck the chin. Take the forearms down. Scoop the belly. Draw it back. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Inhaling forward. What the fuck lean? God damn, I love yoga, people. Angry cat tuck. Flat back. Tuck the toes. Take the stretch. Let's roll up into the feet and just let those calves lengthen. Soften the elbows. Bring those knees down. Flatten the toes. Chakravakasana bow. Tuck the chin. Take the forearms down. Scoop the belly. Draw back. Wiggle the fingers. Roll the wrists. Inhaling forward. What the fuck lean? What the fuck lean? Inhaling angry cat tuck. Flat back, tuck the toes, take the stretch. Let's rock up into the feet, stepping forward. Push a heel down, soften the shoulders. No, soften the elbows, shrug the shoulders, and push down into a foot. Glancing forward, walking up to take our forward fold. Now I'm going to be using a block, both for forward fold and for some work. I think if we go into side angle or half moon, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Half moon is a pretty strong pose. Take the elbows to the knees. Nice big stretch on up. So I don't know. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. Lateral extension. Forward folding chair. We'll do some, I'm going to do some modified chaturanga. Half lift. Forward fold. Elbows to knees. Come on up. Big stretch. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. Lateral extension. Forward folding chair. Half lift. Coming down to the block, forward fold, left leg lifts. Bring it in, forward fold. Elbows to knees. Stretch on up. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. Lateral extension. Forward folding chair. Half lift. Coming down to the block, right leg lifts. Bring that in, forward fold. Elbows to knees. Stretch it up. Little dance break. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. And to the other side. In forward folding chair. Half lift. Coming down to the block, left leg lifts. Okay, we're going to come back for a crescent lunge. So step back and out. Come on up. We're going to come down to the hands, plant, and step back into our downward facing dog. And I'm going to take some calf stretching. So soften the elbows, shrug those shoulders down. Remember, our hips are back. We're behind the heels of the hands, long and flat in the back. Glancing forward, let's walk it up. Forward fold. Elbows to knees. Come on up. Stretch to the ceiling. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. Switch sides. Dance break. Forward folding chair. Am I going to throw that in every time? Maybe. Half lift. Come on down. Oh, here comes the wind. I didn't know it was going to be windy today. Right leg lift. Let's see, what are we doing? Stepping back and out for crescent lunge. Coming on down, plant the hands. Let's step back for our, now we're going to step back we're going to step back into downward facing dog. We're going to add our little planks next. And then we'll add our chaturangas. Let's walk up. Forward fold. Elbows to knees. Come on up. I got to adjust these. Just nice big inhale up. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. Lateral extension. Dance break. Who gives a shit what you look like? Inhaling up. Forward folding chair. Half lift. Forward fold. Left leg is going to lift. Stepping back for crescent lunge. All right, here's where we're going to lengthen up. I'm going to turn my left foot out. Is that what I'm doing? Yep. And I'm going to adjust for my trikonasana. So turn this hip forward, get squished in the knees, hips, ribs, shoulders. Engage the core. We're not taking our release valve right now. We're just lengthening up. Oh, big, big, big core work here. Coming on up. Rotating forward. I got to move my front foot out. Plant the hands. Step back. Now we're going to go into our little modified plank. I'm going to move my hands forward. Whew. All right. Give me a little chaturanga. And press up. Tuck the feet. Move the hands back. Step into downward facing dog. Woo. Glance forward. Let's walk up. Forward fold. Elbows to knees. Stretch to the ceiling. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. Lateral extension. Forward folding chair. There was a song switch, so there was no music. Half lift. Come down to the block. Right leg lift. Step back and out to crescent lunge. Okay, I'm going to rotate my back foot to take the mat. I'm going to move my front foot to my triangle pose. So my hips are square, squish in the knees, hips, ribs, shoulders, engage the core. Fight the lock. This front knee wants to snap and hyperflex. Don't do it. Coming on up. Woo. I'm going to move my foot out so that I can rotate forward, plant the hands. Sorry, I'm getting a cramp in my hand. Okay, to step back. For our modified plank. Give me a little chaturanga dip. Press up, tuck the toes, and step into downward facing dog. Glance forward, walk it up. Forward fold. Elbows to knees. Whew, take it on up. Cactus squeeze. Whew. Lateral extension. Lateral extension. Dance break. Forward folding chair. Come on. Half lift. Take into the block. Left leg lifts. Step it back for crescent lunge. Lengthen that front leg. I'm going to rotate for my triangle pose, Trikonasana. Moving that right front foot forward to square up the hips. Soften the knees. No release valve. Come on up. Let's take that knee down and exalted warrior. So this is a weird exalted warrior, right? This is kind of a reverse side angle. Come on up. Let's rotate forward. I have to heel toe that foot out. There's no graceful way for that transition to work. Step back for our modified plank. Give me my dip. Press it on up. And downward facing dog. Soften the elbows, shrug the shoulders, lengthen the spine, lean into the hips. Let's walk it up. Forward fold. Elbows to knees. Stretch the ceiling. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. Lateral extension. Dance break. All right, forward folding chair. Half lift. This is one of our old Zumba songs, dance fitness songs. Take it down to the block. Left foot. So my brain just wants to bump into one of our routines. Crescent lunge. I couldn't call it Zumba because you have to pay a fortune for that copyright to call it Zumba. Heel toe that foot in. It was a dance fitness certification, not Zumba. And I did dance fitness so that I didn't have to pay a subscription fee. And Trikonasana. Oh, shit. We did this side already. That's what happens when I do a dance break in the middle. Okay, let's switch. All right, let's take it from our fold. Right leg lifts. Take it back to crescent lunge. I do left to right because that's how we read in English. And then I did a dance break and totally forgot what I was doing. All right, take the foot out. Trikonasana, right foot's back. Square up those hips. Woo! Something just slid into place. Reach that out. Trikonasana. Come back up. Give me that knee. Reverse side angle. Ooh, getting a cramp. Glute cramp. Rotate it forward. I have to move my foot. Take my hands down to the mat. Step it back. Find your modified plank. And give me the dip. Press it up. Tuck the toes. Step into downward facing dog. Glancing forward, walk it up. And take your fold. All right, we're going to do one thing here. I'm going to turn my feet out, turn my heels in, take the crouch. Now, I'm too wide for a true crow. This is just hip stretching. Adductors. Then we're going to turn and do a crouch. All right, I'm going to come up, turn my heels out, and widen my stance a little bit. Something weird on my... And I'm going to take a crouch. Now, this is an awkward crouch because my heels want to come off the mat. And that's okay. We're working through stretching. The only way I could get my heels on the floor doing this, and this is where I hate those hip flexibility videos, is when I'm holding on to the counter or I've got I'm holding on to the back of the couch. All right, let's come on up. Give me a little wide angle here and take a forward fold. And we're going to come down to seated. I'm going to grab a drink of water. This is another dance fitness song that we used to do. All right, let's head to our backs. We're going to cool down, and then we're going to hit hopefully not hit. We're going to take some relaxation. Hey, you know what? That felt pretty fucking good. Not overly strong energy because I'm working my way back. Some of y'all might be in better yoga shape than I am if you've been keeping up with your practices. Hug those knees, take a little rock side to side. Oof. 2 hands over the left knee and stretch. Also, if you have not done it, I put a free, shorter, abbreviated foam roller workshop up for everybody. I think it's 45 minutes. Normally we would do 75 minutes, right? Take the other knee up. The reason I was thinking about that is because we did this on the foam roller and it was amazing. Listen, it was miraculous. I should have done calisthenics. There's no way that was going to happen. And so I ended up doing a foam roller workshop, a short one, 45 minutes. It was amazing. Just going to say. Worth every penny, a foam roller. Worth every penny. Take your feet out. We're going to windshield wiper sweep it. So take those knees over. Oh, yeah. And switch. Oh, there's another dance song that we used to do in Dance Fitness. We would do a dance workout to Despacito. Despacito. That's a good one. Oh. Ooh. Rock those feet in. Place the soles of the feet together. Just let the knees release toward the floor. Bring those knees up. Take them to the center of the mat. Rotate in. Tuck the hips up. And release. All right, let's take a little figure 4. Right ankle over left knee. Externally rotate. If you need to take a little extra pressure, just gently press into the inside of the leg. Trace those fingers up. Oh, give them a hug. And release. All right, left ankle over right knee. Ooh, press it out. You can absolutely see how tight adductors and hip flexors can affect your low back when you do this stretch, because I'm feeling that all on my right side, interestingly. All right, right hand slides up behind that knee. The bottom ankle can do whatever it wants. The right foot or the left foot, top foot, whatever side you're on, should be dorsal flex. Toes towards your shin. and release. Take both of those hands and press the knees out. Rock and roll the ankles. Bring the knees up to the shoulders. Bring the knees in. Tuck the fingertips over the top. Let's take some Apanasana here. Inhaling to prepare. Draw up and in. Inhaling, unwind. Woo! I think the wind is kicking up. Draw it up and in. One more time. Up and in. Oh. All right. Check in with your body temperature. How are you feeling? What do you need? We're moving ourselves into final relaxation. If you want, legs can extend, arms at your sides, palms up. This is a traditional relaxation pose. You might not be comfortable here. Not a lot of people are. Tuck a pillow or a blanket underneath the backs of your knees. Move your feet all the way up to the mat. Let your knees tent in. Right? If you feel like you're looking at the wall behind you, roll a blanket or a towel and tuck it right underneath your neck. That'll turn your nose down. So, aim your nose toward the ceiling. Arms can be wherever. Arms can be in cactus pose. They can be resting on your rib cage. They could be at your side. If you are creating a human being fully and completely on your own autonomous recognizance, that's not the right word, but you know what I'm saying, and you have complete access to reproductive rights and care, lay on your side. I can't remember which one. I think it's your left side, but I could be wrong. There's put a pillow between your knees or grab that body pillow bolster, wrap your arm over the top, and then support your head. I was going to say something, but I lost it. Pulling your attention and awareness into the state and quality of your forehead. I want you to notice all of those little nerve endings around the eyes and into the temples. Paying attention to the tension in the jaw. Unclench the teeth. Let the tongue drop away from the roof of the mouth. Wiggle the nose. Give me a little shake of the head. Shrug the shoulders. Give me a wiggle of the arms and the fingers. And then let the upper body rest toward the floor. Pulling that attention and awareness down from the base of the neck through the shoulder blades. Imagine following the line of the spine through the ribs, each pair of ribs, and then tuck the tailbone up, and then release the hips and the tailbone into the mat. Feel the torso go soft and relaxed. Give me a little shake of the thighs and the hamstrings. Flex the calves, wiggle the toes, roll the ankles, and then let the lower legs, the lower body, take complete rest against the floor. Pull that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking. Now, we had hopefully created some silence. Let's embrace that silence and shoo off anything that might be drawing your attention, anything crowding that silence. Slide it off to the side. And then anchor that silence into the breath. Soft, easy inhale, soft, silent exhale. Let's draw some deeper breaths into the lungs, big filling inhales, big sighing exhales. Let's release the attention to the breath and spread it out through the body. Lengthen the legs if you and roll over to your back. Reach those arms out, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, wiggle the toes, roll the ankles. Take a big getting out of bed, re-energizing stretch. Bring a knee up, give it a squeeze. Bring the other knee up, give it a squeeze. Let's take a little rock side to side. Roll from one hip, cross the other, side to side. When you're ready, rock completely over to one side, resting your head on your arm just for a moment. And then peel yourself upper body first off the mat. We're going to come back into comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Little rock side to side. Taking a scan of the body, checking in, taking quality of the physical form. How you feeling? Son of a gun, I love yoga. Sorry. You might be noticing something new. Like I am now noticing my right hip and glute tension as opposed to my left. As it is when you work out one area and you think that's the only thing, now you've got something else to worry about. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your breath and notice. How are you breathing? Soft, easy inhale, soft, silent exhale. Moving our awareness into the attention of our thinking. Now, your list is as long as mine. There's probably 1,500 things on that list. I mean, if we really dug down, if you really did it, if you wrote it all down, and you add more each time, right? Take 2 or 3, whatever's timely that you want to get done today, right? Maybe it's something you started yesterday. Maybe it's something that must be done today or tomorrow. Get those things done, and then reevaluate. What are the next couple of things you can do? If we allow those lists to go on and on and on, we're going to drown ourselves, and then we're going to be swimming in a feeling of non-accomplishment. And remember, we're getting it done, and it is a privilege to do so. That's the other thing, right? Right now never mind. Releasing practice. I'm going to take a little stretch out and up. Letting all of that go, taking a moment to honor your body for doing what you asked it to do today, and all the hard work it does to get you from one end of the week to the other. Come on, people. It's been a slog. It's been a slog. So there's a couple of things that I've been thinking about on replay, on a loop. The first one is I was watching a sort of documentary. I think it's a documentary. I think it's on Apple or maybe HBO. And it's called Number One on the Call Sheet. And the first episode was men of color, right? It's a production term in film and TV. And it's about being the lead, right? Being first on the call sheet. And I think it's Marlon Wayans said, if you are not moving on or taking action towards your goal, taking action in your life, but you're sitting back and whining and complaining that, your big break hasn't happened, you're not successful. And that resonated with me because I'm a big whiny bitch. Like I'm lazy. I'm a lazy person. And I don't know if maybe it's not laziness. I'm not a giant marketer. I'm not a big extrovert in that regard. I don't love shoving what I have to offer down anybody's throat because I hate that myself. And so, and I have at times been envious of other people's big breaks, or lamenting why I don't sell, a ton of books or whatever. And that really that resonated with me, just philosophically. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to be a big marketer. There's nothing wrong with my personal philosophy about the value of what I have. You're either going to find value in what I offer, or you're not. And that just means a different thing for me in terms of success. And then the other thing, I've been watching Jack Ryan. I just got into it. Don't come at me. Last night, the episode was very interesting because Jack Ryan was really judging this human trafficker. A striking looking actor, by the way, really striking looking human being. I was going to look him up. But the character, and so there's a lot of judgment, a lot of, disdain from Jack Ryan towards his character. And the character was said something that I also think that we all need to remind ourselves, in that geography is destiny. We have been privileged to be born in a country that used to be a full democracy, right? And it was flawed and it was broken, but we've had a certain amount of privilege. And that he said, you think you're a good guy and you think I'm a bad guy. But maybe if I was born in a town like Cincinnati, I would be the good guy, right? But I was born where I'm at. Geography is destiny. And I was sitting there watching that in bed with my puppies next to my partner, comfortable, warm with as it was snowing, and I was very aware and thankful for the privilege. And so, and I think we have forgotten that as a country, as a whole. And those privileges are complex, and our history is complex, and nothing is ever ideal, right? Nothing has been. America is not ideal, and we have forgotten how hard it is and messy, and we have whitewashed things, and by allowing our education system and ourselves to kind of fall, we're drowning in nostalgia, and that is what has, I think, perpetuated this myth of this "Make America Great Again," right? America was good. It's never been great. It's always a work. It's always a work in progress, and it's always hard, and it means improving and changing. It means getting better, right? Getting better. Not there was nothing good. The only people who were great in America's past were white cisgen men. And if you think otherwise, you are in the wrong place, my friend. Anyway, so I'm inviting you, when we're frustrated and we have to call our senators and we have to write letters and we have to, you're doing what you can. I hope you're doing what you can. I was drowning in a feeling of impotence and feeling like I wasn't doing enough. I had to recognize that I'm limited in what I can do because I have a certain amount of responsibilities, but it doesn't mean I'm not doing anything. And so just recognizing the privilege is a place to start. That's my lecture for the day. And understand that everything that just came out of my mouth comes from a place of privilege. Let's not give it up. Let's work hard to keep it. And let's work hard to give it to other people. Other people's privilege does not remove our own. I don't understand. It's not a finite amount. There's not a finite amount. Anyway, find some joy today. Bust out a dance party. And thanks so much for being here. Ciao.